Welcome back to RG Security Team. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to use the Crunch tool in Kali Linux to build a strong and targeted word list based on the victim's profile. Let's say you want to crack a Wi-Fi password or login credentials. Instead of using a huge default word list, we'll create a custom word list based on what we know about the target. This saves time and increases our chances of success by 70%. So in today's video, we'll talk about the basic structure. Then we'll learn how to create a pattern-specific word list. For example, a user has a password, and you somehow know that it has an @ in the middle. How do we create a word list of this type? Then we'll talk about permutation. For example, you have two words here. We'll talk about how you can create a word list using these words. Then the biggest problem is when we have created a word list, then we have to move it from one place to another. The size of that file is also in some gigabytes, so we will see how we can divide the gigabyte size into megabytes, due to which your work will become easier. After this, we will talk about compressing word list. Sometimes it happens that your word list is ready. Then if you want to send it to someone or store it somewhere else, then its size is so much that you cannot use it properly. In this type of case, we will use compression. Then we will see how to handle the frequency of the character. Suppose you have a specific target, and you know that his name has 2A in it, so you will create a word list where there will be 2A. There is no need for A to appear 3 to 4 times, so we can control this too. Then we will see how to invert the word list output that we get. We will see its inversion. For example, if my password is something like this, then after inversion, it will become like this. So we will see all this in today's video. So this is the basic structure of our crunch. First of all, you will see here, first the name of the tools is given, then I have given the minimum and maximum here. This means what is the length of the password that will be here. For example, here it can be 2, it can be 3, it can be 4. After that, the maximum, what is the maximum length you will need? Will it be 8 characters or 10 characters? For example, I gave a name, how many characters are there? 4. So you will give 4 here. If you have any other target, then give its value based on that. Now we will discuss about all these later. So these things are optional. Here you have to give the character set, and here you have to give the pattern. How to generate the value from a specific pattern. And here, once the word list is generated, how to save it. So we will talk about these in depth as we go forward in the video. So all these are optional. Whether you give them or not will not have any effect, but you have to give the minimum and maximum length. So let's start from the basics. So what I did here is simply mention crunch, and I said 3 and 4 here. 3 and 4 means that the minimum length of my password will be 3, and its maximum length will be 4. Along with this, I am giving more here, because now the output that will come will be in full screen and I will have a little problem scrolling. Now crunch is saying that it will generate so many lines, that means it will generate so many passwords, and its size will be 2 megabytes, as you can see here. All these generated passwords are here as I have given minimum length of 3. Now as I go down, you will see that password length of 4 is available. Let's see now, you think you have created a word list, but how do you save it? We need to save what we generate so that we can use it in future work. Now as we can see here, I called crunch and then gave the minimum and maximum length as I told you earlier. Then with -o we mentioned in which file the password should be saved. This way all the passwords that will be generated will be saved in this file. So we're taking the last example. And what I did here is I gave crunch and gave it a minimum length of 3 and a maximum length of 4. Then -o gives it lowercase letters. This means that the word list that will be generated will be written inside W1. Let's try to understand what a character set is. Here I have written a basic command, crunch 3.5, which means that there should be a minimum of 3 words and a maximum of 5 words. Now what will crunch do using this It will create a word list for us, but which characters are being used there? If you look there, you will see that crunch is using lowercase letters. Lowercase letters are from A to Z. Crunch is using a combination of these. Sometimes we may want capital letters. Sometimes we may want numbers. Sometimes we may want lowercase letters plus numbers. Sometimes we may want capital letters plus numbers. Sometimes we may want lowercase letters plus a symbol. Sometimes we may want capital letters plus lowercase letters plus symbols. So all these are called character sets. Now, whenever you give this command to crunch, what crunch does is, this character set is the default, so it simply uses it, generates a word list. So sometimes it happens like we discussed. So how to generate a word list using those? Let's see.
Whenever we talk about character set, then we have three options available. First of all, we have default. What happens in case of default? You didn't mention anything here. You simply gave minimum and maximum. So what will it do? It will use whatever is its default character set. Let's see what happens in the user definition. Now see what happens here in the user definition. I simply gave the command crunch and then gave 1 minimum and 2 maximum. Then here you have to define the character set like this. So when does this thing come in handy for you? So suppose your target is named Akash. His phone number has the last number 234. His birthday is in May. So you see what is happening here? There is only one set to be created. So what do? Tell crunch about this. How to say? Now see what I have done here. I have simply given crunch, then I have given its minimum and maximum length. Then I have given A, I have given K, I have already given A it, so I will not give it a second time. Then S, then H, then M, then Y, then 2, 3, 4. Here, one character does not have to be given a second time. Let's discuss the crunch character set a little. The crunch tool has its own character set. So what you can do is you can simply use them to generate your own word list. It will be more handy for you. So if the combination you are creating is complex, then you can take help of Crunch's character set here. Let's see how it does this. First of all, let's look at the case of default. What happens in default? Whenever you give its minimum and maximum length with the crunch command, it will generate the password using the default character set. And by now, you know that the default consists of lowercase letters from A to Z. And now look what I have done on the right side. Here I have given crunch, and its length is the same, and I have given some other characters along with it. That means now, crunch will generate the password using these characters. Now see, crunch has generated the password using the characters I have given. Now let's talk about the character sets available in Crunch if you want to use them. So how to do it? So for that, you need to know where it is. For that, you need to go to this path, and here you will find its character set file. Now I will read it and show you. See, if you use the hex below here, then it will use the character sets available here. And if you use numeric, it will use the 8 numeric values. And in the same way, you will get the symbol here. So now we will try using Mix Alpha, which includes the available character set from A to Z, including lowercase letters and capital letters. So now see what I did here? I simply gave crunch and then the password length, which I gave minimum 4 and maximum 6. After that, I gave -F. It means I want to use some other character set. Its path is this, and the name of the character set is this. So what you can do in this way is you can take any character set as you wish and use it as you wish. Let's now discuss about pattern-specific word list. But before continuing, I want to give you a warning. You should never try anything on other people's system. By doing this, you can get into some serious problems. So if you don't want to know about all this and want to learn, then you should install your own VM machine and try your talent there. Be an attacker yourself and a victim yourself. This will make everything easier for you. Now take a closer look and try to understand what I'm saying. @ is for capital letters, comma is for lowercase letters, % is for numbers, and caret is for the symbol. Now see what I have done below in the command line. I have simply given crunch, then I have said minimum, I will need 4 words, and maximum, I will need 4 words. After that, what you will do is give the path of the character set, or you can tell which words you want to use. After that, whenever you have to specify any pattern, then you have to use -t. This means we are going to say pattern. Here, see one thing what I have given 2/, so the uppercase word will come here. After that, there are 2%. This means 2 numbers will come here. So what will be the combination here? It will be AA00 or AA01, and the combination will continue like this. So you can also specify crunch like this. Let's talk about the second scenario. Suppose you somehow found out that your victim or target used his phone number in his password. Now see what I did here? I simply gave crunch, then minimum and maximum length 10, because usually we know that the phone number is neither less nor more than 10 digits. Then here, I gave the path for the character set. Here you must remember, whenever you use a character set, give -f, and then give the path for the character set. Then I gave -t for the pattern. Now what should I tell crunch here? Don't generate some word list where there are words, because we only need numbers. So what you will do here is write % 10 times. In this way, all the passwords that crunch generates will have combinations of all 10 digits. Let's talk about our third scenario. Now the password of this individual has a minimum of 7 characters and a maximum of 8 characters. Now you know from somewhere that the first 4 characters are his name. For example, I'm giving the name Alex. And after that, the 5th character is at, then it has some number here. Now you don't know what number is here, and we have to find this number. Let's see what mechanism we have for this. Now look what I have done here. I have simply given crunch, then after that I said minimum 7 and maximum 8. And what I have given character set here, number from 0 to 9, because we need only numbers. Then after giving I have given pattern. Look what I have done. In pattern here, I have given Alex, so that means that the first 4 characters of the passwords that come to me will have Alex. Then I have given at, and then I have given 3%. Now the problem here is that if I leave it here like this, then crunch will use lowercase words in this place. But we want at here. For this, we have to use -l here. It says, if you use any special character, then you have to use it as a string. Look what I did here. I simply crunch minimum 7, maximum 8. And here I gave number. You can see it was the same as above. After giving T, I gave the same, which is given above Alex at, and 3%. Now if you look here, you will see that after giving ll, I gave some word like this 4 times. This means that here it can be any value. L has nothing to do with it. It only has to do with at. This means that the 5th character of our password will always be at. The next ones can be anything here too. It is not a problem. This is our syntax to give it, and you can write anything in its place. B, C, D, E, whatever. It is no problem. But the important thing is this. If I make it %, then the password will come in %. So what it says, the character that is written here will go to that location. There will be no change there. Now let's try to generate a password from a specific pattern. Taking the same example as ours, the password of the victim is his phone number. So what I did in this case, I simply gave the crunch command and gave the minimum and maximum 10. Then -t means I am going to define a specific pattern. And here I have given % 10 times. It means I want the number 10 times. Now see, our password has started to be generated. Now look what I did here. I gave the crunch command, and then I gave the password length 4. Then after giving -t, I gave 4 commas. What does this mean? I want all my passwords in capital letters. Look, now all the passwords I have are coming in capital letters. Let's talk about how to manage your password if there's an @ symbol somewhere in the middle. Now take a good look at the command I wrote. I have given the crunch command here, and then its minimum is 8 and maximum is 8. Then I have defined only numbers in the character set that I have. After that, I have specified the pattern with -t. Here I have said that Alex will always be there, and I have given at and percent here. Here it means lowercase letter, and percent sign means number. Now I will always need it there, so I have given L dash here, so that the at that is coming at this location is used as a string. Along with this, one thing you should always remember is that the length of the pattern you're giving and the length you give should be correct for it. Otherwise, errors will start coming here. Look, the password that is being generated now, here first comes Alex, then at, then the three numbers that are coming. For example, I show you how to do this using the Crunch Charecter Set. Now let's discuss about permutation. Now what you have done, you have recognized your target very well, and you think that his password will be Alex and John and May, and this will be his month of birth. So what you will do is start creating a password. So what are the possible passwords? I have given some examples in the chart. This is how the combination of passwords will continue, and this is called permutation. Now as you can see here, I have given the command crunch, then 4/6 length. P key is used for permutation. After that, I have given Alex, I have given John, I have given May. I will give all my possible words here. Now, what is there to keep in mind for you here? Say that I have given 4 and 6, it has no use here. If I give 7 and 8 here, it will also have no effect, because the permutation only considers this thing. So, the password that will be created for me will be like this. 4 and 6 will not be in any role here. We have another mechanism. We create a text file and put all the possible words in it. As I showed you in it, I put Alex, I put John, I put May. But when you use this thing, you define it with -Q. Let's see a little demo. Now look what I did here. I put crunch, then I put 4/6 here. And P Alex John May. This means you have to do a permutation of these. Look at the combination of your password. It looks like this. Now I am creating a text file here, and inside it, I am giving the target information. Then give the command crunch 4/6 or any length you want. Then give the name of the text file with -Q. Now let's discuss how to split a word list into chunks. Whenever we want to split a file, we have two options. Either we have to split it by line or we have to split it by storage. Line means, suppose you are creating a word list and want to split it by a line. Then, when that file becomes a password of 10 lines, it will create another new file and write 10 lines there too. When 10 lines are complete, thus, it will create another new file and do the same there too. I have given 10 lines as an example. You can give it as you wish. And if we talk about storage, for example, let's say your word list is being created. Now what it will do is it will keep putting the password in a text file, and with that you will define that the size of one file will be 1 megabyte. Then when the size of this file reaches 1 megabyte, what it will do is it will create a second file and keep putting the password there too. And whenever its size reaches 1 megabyte, it will create a third file, and so on until your process is finished. So you have two options, line and storage. For line, we use -C, and for storage, we use -B. Now see, I have given the command simply crunch here, and then I said that the minimum length of the password should be 4 and the maximum length should be 5, and I have given a B, C, D, E in the character set. Then C, I have given 1C. This means that the number of lines has to be counted here, so here I have given 10 here, so there will not be more than 10 passwords in a file. And I have started with O. This means, suppose there will be 10 passwords in a file, and the password of the first line in that file is a AAA, and the last line is a AAB. So what will it do? It will name this file by combining the first line and the last line of this file, just like that. Here, all the files are created. Here you can see the text file. The first password of this file will be this, and the last password will be this. Let's read it. Let's break the word list using storage. If the storage of that file reaches the specific amount, then it has to be broken. See what I have given in the command here, crunch, then minimum and maximum 4, and after giving -t, here I have given a pattern. Then I have given B. B means that when the word list that will be created here reaches 1 kilobyte in size, it will break and create a new file and collect the password data of 1 kilobyte there too. Then I have given star with -O. Now see, this process is completed for us. See how much its size is coming. 1,000 bytes means 1 kilobyte. Let's now discuss about Wordlist compression. Suppose you have created a word list. Sometimes it happens that you need to transfer the file from one place to another, so you want its size to be a little less. So for this, we use compression. Let's see what options are available to us for this. Here we have GNU Zip, Basic Zip, Lempel-Ziv Markov Chain Algorithm, and 7Z. So you can choose any compression among these. Here I have given the command crunch, then I have given the minimum and maximum length of the password as 4, and I have given the number pattern with -t. Then I have given Z. What does this mean? It means that it has to be compressed. In what format? In gzip format. Then I have given the name of the file with -O. In this file, our password will be saved. So what will be the process here? When the file creation is complete, Crunch will compress it in gzip format. Let's see how you handle the frequency of characters. For example, you have a password, Sally Pass. Now how many times does S appear here? 1, 2, 3, 3 times. And the 2 times S appear in your password, it appears here in pass, but nowhere else. Now see what happens in our normal case. Here I have given crunch and then length 9. Then here I have given character set. I have given all the unique words here in character set. Characters which will repeat for the second time cannot be given. So what's the problem now? There will be a password where S is repeated 3 times, and we want S to be used only 2 times. There is no need for a 3rd time. The 3rd time makes these impossible situations. But we know that S is repeated only 2 times. So what can we do in this case? Let's see. Now look what I did here. I gave the same command, and at the end I gave 2@ with -d. With -d, you have to control the frequency of the characters. 2@ means that here, one word will not be repeated more than 2 times, and it means that the character is a lowercase letter. I made a mistake here, it will not be at first. First two will be at after. Now the passwords that will be generated will have S more than 2 times. I have given an example of how the passwords will come out. For your convenience, I am giving another example. I have taken the same command again, but here I have given the password length 4, and this time I have taken the number instead of the word, and here I have given 2%. This means that the numbers that will come this time will not be repeated more than 2 times. For example, if I had not set the frequency with -D, the password would have been generated as I gave it in the left side box. And after mentioning the frequency with -D, the password, it will come like this. Thank you for being with us until now. I have a little difficulty pronouncing in some places because I am using AI voice. Please forgive me. I don't know if I have understood your tools correctly. If there is any mistake, please ignore it. And if you want to know more about such tools in a complete and in-depth way, let us know in the comments. Stay with us.